Hi, I'm Bobby Cordell. I'm the Center Director for Behavioral Innovations, new center opening in Kyle. I get a lot of questions from parents, so I'm making these videos to be able to answer these questions to make them available to other parents. So if you have a question you'd like answered, please post it in the comments and look forward to other answers that we're going to be providing in the future. This week's parent question: my child was just diagnosed with autism and the doctor recommends ABA. I heard that ABA will turn my child into a robot. I heard that he will have to sit at a table all day long and just have lessons drilled into him in which he's just going to memorize those answers. My baby's just turning 3. He should be playing like other 3-year-olds. So what can I expect from ABA? That's a question that I actually get asked quite a bit. ABA stands for Applied Behavior Analysis. It is a heavily researched science, and it gives us behavioral principles that apply to every living organism. These principles tell us information on how a child will learn, how we can reduce unwanted or challenging behaviors in children, and how we can even teach better, more appropriate behaviors to replace those unwanted behaviors. Within ABA, there are different ways we can implement it, and 2 common ways are DTT, Discrete Trial Training, and NET, which is Natural Environment Training. The scenario where the child's sitting at the table and doing a lot of memorization, that sounds a lot more like DTT. Some ABA centers do focus on DTT for when they're working with children, but one of the common pitfalls with DTT is the children are learning these skills sitting at a table, which makes it hard for them to be able to use these skills when they're more in a natural environment like the home setting. Additionally, DTT doesn't address challenging behaviors either. At Behavioral Innovations, we focus on the whole child. I don't like the thought of a 3-year-old sitting at a table all day either, just learning how to memorize things. You're absolutely right. Children should be playing. So what we try to do is we incorporate the ABA with the playing. We're on the floor, we're using toys, we're interacting with them. We're following their lead, but we're guiding them as well, and we're applying these behavioral principles so we can teach them new skills. We can work with them on reducing these challenging behaviors, and they're having fun while they're learning. Because they're learning in a natural environment, it's so much easier for them to take what they've learned and be able to bring it into other settings, like the home, for example. That's not to say that we never do DTT. There is a time and a place for DTT, and that's where the whole child comes in. We get to know your child. We get to know your child's likes and their dislikes. We get to know what their strengths and their weaknesses are. And if DTT is appropriate to teach this one skill, we're going to use that to teach that one skill, but that doesn't mean that that's all they're going to have. We truly do want to have them working in this natural environment and doing these things because that's where they get the most success, and that's where they're able to take those things that they're learning and applying it in different settings. It's our creativity on how we apply these behavioral principles that is what's going to make the difference for your child's success. So thank you for tuning in, and if you'd like to have a question answered, please post it in the comments. Thanks so much.